In other news, Bahrain's main opposition and two rights groups accuse the Manama regime of promoting sectarian tensions. They say the country's Shia Muslims are repeatedly targeted for their religious beliefs. Al-Wafaq and Bahrain's Center for Human Rights have documented attacks on religious freedom at the hands of security forces. The violations include taking down flags and banners, attacking people in religious processions, and storming religious centers. The Bahraini regime has also blocked a website that broadcasts live morning events. Regime forces have used excessive force and tear gas against religious rallies. The rights group say the regime has stepped up those violations since the start of the Islamic month of Muharram a week ago. Shia Muslims across the world hold morning processions and marches in the month to commemorate the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, Prophet Muhammad's grandson. Well, to discuss that further, I'm joined with Mr. Saeb Sha'ath, who is an author and Middle East affairs expert, and he's now joining us on the line from Belfast. Mr. Sha'ath, thanks a lot for joining us. Now, you know, the Bahraini regime claims that it is not sectarian, yet it is attacking Shia Muslims during this very important time of Muharram. How do you see that situation?
We know most of the Bahraini human rights activists are behind bars right now, while every citizen in Bahrain who actively seeking the removal of such feudalist sectarian regime vulnerable for false accusation of terrorism, which practically means the regime can jail, exile, and strip them of their citizenship as well. Al-Khalifa regime forces are more and more involved in targeting even kids. Last month they killed a teenage boy accusing him of terrorism. Al-Khalifa, the feudalist system as well, this war carrying it as well in the school kids, using the Bahraini education ministry to profile the kids and arrest them from school, and instead of the education system saving these kids from the brutal activities of the army and the police. Al-Khalifa's policies are tribalist and feudalist and sectarian and fascist as well. We believe that their family, they believe their family or a tribe own the Bahrain, own the country. It's their private property. That's how they believe. And all the people in Bahrain resides in there only with the permission and generosity of the sheikh or the king, as they call him, and to serve the tribe at the end of the day. That's why they tend to strip people out of their nationality, which is a violation of international human rights treaties. And we notice even not one Western force came out and condemned that. Such tribalist beliefs and feudalist beliefs and its mechanism as beliefs of owning a state and the territory and the emirate with these tribes and families is well established in Arabian Peninsula, in countries like United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia itself. This system was actually installed and supported by the British Empire to secure their interests and to secure their puppets. This is the Western hegemony of the region depends on such feudalist puppets who works in perfect harmony with the area's enemy Israel to protect the British and the interests, and now the American interests as well, since the American Empire inherited the British Empire after establishing such puppets. From here we can see, even if we want to look at the international human rights, their shy calls as international, Amnesty International and other human rights organizations on when the abuses occur in Bahrain. Their calls fail actually in deaf ears in the West and in Bahrain as well, since the Bahrain ignored them, since the regime got the occupation forces of Saudi Arabia, they got the involvement of the West in backing them. You can see London and Washington's full military and political support with public relations actual working in full swing to just enhance.
I do apologize for having to cut in, Mr. Sha'ath, but we will have to leave it there for now. But of course, we do, as always, appreciate your insight. That was Mr. Saeb Sha'ath speaking to us live from Belfast.